Hello racing fans and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. Well, it is that time of the year, the most exciting time for most in horse racing in South Africa, because it is now the lead up to Africa's premier horse racing event and its inaugural sponsorship of Hollywood. So it is the Hollywood Bets Durban July. All will take place on the Saturday, the 2nd of July. So we'll call it 2 weeks to go before the main event, and the final field will be announced on Tuesday. And you'd think that the book should be out on Wednesday, and then it is the July Gallops, as it's known, sticky buns and coffee, if you can make it at around 7 a.m. on Thursday, to go and have a look at your fancy that will be on show, and of course showing itself and doing a gallop at Greyville. And then it is build up, build up, build up. And for World Sports Betting, well, Sunday the 26th is the big day for the card call, and I've got a very exciting guest who is none other than Mike de Kock. But we'll touch on that at the end of the show. For this weekend, well, it's a nice race meeting over the weekend at Scottsville. It's the Track and Ball Oaks and the Track and Ball Derby. It's a busy race meeting with 10 races carded. And of course, we race at Turffontein on Sunday. I've picked out 4 horses, 2 at Scottsville, 2 at Turffontein. So away we go with our 4 horses. It's an early start for Trackside with those 4 horses. The first of the 4 horses will begin in race number 1. And I'm going with the filly that's been costly and frustrating to follow for her followers, and I'm sure for the stable as well. Her name is Totally Rocks, and she put in a very promising introduction. Her debut run at Scottsville was over 1,000 meters, and she ran a good second behind Sabatini. And after that start, she was very strongly fancied at her next start, and things did not go according to plan. Yes, she did not get a clear run, and she was a bit disappointing running back in 7th. She was under 2 lengths behind the winner, Pantia. And then last time out again, even money favorite, she only could manage 4th behind Double Dream. But what's very promising about that run is we've had Hold My Hand and Winter Journey 2nd and 3rd come out to win. The winner, Double Dream, really ran a good race out the maidens, finishing 3rd behind Magic in Motion. So the form line's looking good. I see that they're gone with a tongue tie on as well. But the key for me is that her last 2 starts where she's let her followers down have been at Greyville, and down the straight where she made that good introduction is where she will be racing on Saturday. So I think down the straight you're going to see a different performance from what we've seen at the last 2 starts, and I'm hoping that she brings her A game to the course. When I assess the opposition, whilst there is some form to go around, but only on the strength of her form line last time out, I think she should be good enough to win this. She's not going to get an easier opportunity. Whilst I respect some of the horses, there are a lot of unknowns in the race with first timers as well, she does fit the profile of winning this. Number 4, Totally Rocks in race number 1. And maybe we can bank the cash with the punt on the head as well. Then we move along to the Track and Ball Oaks. It's a Group 2. It's race number 7. It's over 2,400 meters, and no doubt a clear standout for many on the race card, and a banker bet for the majority will be number 12. She's a keeper, winner of the East Coast Handicap last time out, and in that race she has the beating of 2, 4, 6, 8 runners, and she is far better off at the weights with all of them as well. The only runners that seem to be unexposed against her on the East Coast handicap run is Pink Tambourine, Follow the Star, Light of the Moon, a promising 3-year-old, and Bye Bye Bombshell. But on the class of horse that she's been racing against, you know, the likes of Captain's Ransom, Princess Kala, she also raced in the July last year. She's the winner of the Champions Cup and the winner of the Gold Bracelet. She was in superb form last season. She's been well traveled this season. Garrett Van Zyl hasn't been shy to take her down to Cape Town. Even took her up to Gauteng for the Empress Club Stakes, and back in the province last time out. She looked the part in that field, and she delivered smartly. Against this lineup, when you look at the best weighted column, she is a standout as well. The closest to her is Light of the Moon, the 3-year-old. But I just feel over this 2,400 meters, having a chat to Garrett Van Zyl about the distance, which he has no concern over, how well-being he gives a 10 out of 10. So number 12, she's a keeper, will be hard to oppose here in the 2022 renewal of the Track and Ball Oak. So that's going to be our two runners on Saturday. Then we move along to Turfentine on Sunday. And I found two horses here. The first of the two runners will come up in race number 2, and this is a juvenile plate for fillies over 1,600 meters, and I really like the look of this filly called National Star. I didn't go for a last 3 starts where she's been quite defancied, but for this show, I'm going for her in a big way. If you look at her last 3 starts as well, she's raced in open company. And she's been the only filly in all 3 races over 1,600 meters where she's been beaten by Shoemaker, a 1-3 shot, a penultimate start. It was Climate Control from the De Kock yard. And then last time out when they traveled to Scottsville, she met a horse that's very highly rated by the Glen Cotson yard called Grinkoff. And she ran her heart out. She enjoys racing up handy, this filly. That's where she seems to run her best races. And in this field, she is drawn, 6 out of the 9 runners. It's a small field. She'll have no issue getting across and finding herself in front. And I feel, when I look at where she's been racing, this Turfentine inside track, which she races on for the first time, will be a course that will suit her ideally. Number 6, National Star. And I think she will be the filly to beat here. She's got the form, and now that she's back against her own sex, I think she will beat the fillies. 6, National Star in race number 2. Then on to race number 4, and this is a maiden plate for fillies and mares. It's over 1,000 meters, and Walala Wasala. Johan Janse van Vieren and Gavin Larina will team up. She's come well. She didn't show much in her first 3 starts, but she's really come well at her last 2 starts. She's shown good pace, good speed, and she's only tired late. She's run second in both those starts over 1,200 meters, and now they're dropping her to 1,000 meters. And when you look at the way she races with that natural gate speed, early fractions up front, she's drawn 6 out of the 8 runners. She's got the experience under the belt against a field where there are 4 first-timers. And again, I see no issue like the previous race of Gavin Larina overcoming the draw. And a furlong shorter on Sunday on the Turfentine inside track will be perfect for this filly. If any of these first-timers are not special to come and make winning debuts, I can't see any of the race runners matching her for early pace, matching her for early speed, and giving her a go. I think she'll just be too quick for them. Race 4, number 3, Walala Wasala. So that's our 4 runners that will be up as 2 trebles on the World Sports Betting menu. And then I mentioned that there's lots happening this week. Well, it is the World Sports Betting Hollywood Bets Durban July card call, which will take place on Sunday the 26th. Yes, we're making it Sunday the 26th because it'll be the end of the weekend, and everybody will be nice and relaxed on Sunday. It should start, all things being equal, everything's set up. We're going live on the internet. Should start at 6:30. And it is madness when it comes to betting. World Sports Betting will try to give you the best odds in town on the day for your Hollywood Bets Durban July fancy. It's going to be boosted odds, and I got a very special guest that will be with me doing that card call, and it's none other the mighty, the globe-trotting, the ambassador of South African horse racing on the international stage, and that's Mike de Kock, who should have, once that final field is announced, he should have 4 runners in the race. The 2 3-year-olds, Aragosta, and of course Safe Passage, Sparkling Water, the filly, and Al Mutana, the winner of the Hollywood Bets Gold Challenge, and he won a very, very good race that day as well. And he has thrown his name into the hat in a big way. So Mike de Kock will be there to lend his thoughts. He'll talk about the field as well, and we'll speak to him about a few other things and maybe a few of his other runners on the day as well. So that is a time to jot down, 6:30 Sunday the 26th. I just want to have a look at one last look. This is your last chance to play anti-post for this year's Hollywood Bets Durban July. When I look at the world sports betting fixed odds betting market for the race, safe passage is at 7-2. That's the de Kock runner. Line backer is at 6.5 to 1, along with Pomp and Power at 6.5 to 1, and you can add Sparkling Water to that as well, 6.5 to 1. Then Comete Dungo, we saw gallop the other day at Greyville, is at 12 to 1. Heel is the defending champion of the July. Do it again. What an absolute star. Dual July winner. Goedspreid, who found good early betting support as well. That's Goedspreid from the stable of Justin Snate. We got Jet Dark. What a blinder he ran in the Hollywood Bets Gold Challenge from the back of the field, running on smartly. Al Mutana, who won that race. Zapatellis, after his run in the Guineas, well, they said, we're not racing him again. We're going straight into the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Aragosto ran a game race as well in that race, and then he's at 20 to 1 along with Zapatellis. Al Mutana, by the way, is 14 to 1. Jet Dark is at 14 to 1 as well. And then it is 33 to 1 and better the balance. It'll be very interesting to see how everything pans out on Tuesday this coming week, when the final field for the 2022 Hollywood Bets Durban July is announced. And I mentioned it's an exciting week. Well, this weekend, I hope everything goes according to plan wherever you're playing racing, be it at Scottsville on Saturday or Turfentine on Sunday. I wish you well, and hopefully things fall into place for Trackside as well. On behalf of World Sports Betting, as always, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Until we meet again, you take care. Salaninga.